Hare Krishna to all dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Okay. I don't see Atibeli Ali Sri Radha Mataji. Let me start reading. Or anybody interested to read today? Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Hare Krishna Atibele Sri Radha Mataji. Are you in the call, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I am on the call.
Okay. Mataji, you want to read?
Sure, I'll start.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
We're starting from 27th, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All praise to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Text Today we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter 24, text 27 until text 38. Text 27. The Brahmas who are learned in the Vedic mantras must properly invoke the sacrifice's fire. Then you should feed the priest and nicely prepare food and reward them with cows and other gifts. After text 28, after giving the appropriate food to everyone else, including such fallen souls as dogs and dog eaters, you should give grass to the cows and then present your respectful offering to Govardhan Hill. Text 29. After everyone has eaten, everyone has eaten to his satisfaction, you should all dress and decorate yourself handsomely, smear your body with sandalwood paste, and then circumambulate the cows, the Brahmans, the sacrifice fire, and Govardhan Hill. Text 30. This is my idea, O Father, and you may carry it out if it appeals to you. Such a sacrifice will be very dear to the cows, the Brahmins, and the Govardhan Hill, and also to me. Text 31. Sukadev Goswami said, Lord Krishna, who is himself powerful time, desires to destroy the false pride of Lord Indra. When Narada and the other senior men of when Nanda and the other senior men of Vrindavan heard Sri Krishna's statement, they accepted they accepted his word as proper. Text 23, text 30, 32 and 33. The cowherd boy community then did all the Madhusudana had suggested. They arranged for the Brahmans to recite the auspicious Vedic mantra, and using the paraphernalia they had been intended for Indra's sacrifice, they presented offerings to Govardhan Hill and to the Brahmanas, which revealed respect. They also gave grass to the cow, then placing the cows, the bulls, the calves in front of them, then circumambulated Govardhan. Text 34. As the beautiful ornamented cowherd ladies followed along, riding on wagons drawn by oxes, they sang the glories of Lord Krishna, and then sang mingled with brahmanas chanting of benediction. Text 35. Krishna then assumed an unprecedented huge form of instead of faith in the cowherd boys, declaring, "I am Govardhan Mountain." He ate the abundant food offering. Text 36. Together with the people of Vraj, the Lord bowed down to his form of Govardhan hill, thus in effect offering obeisances to himself. Then he said, "Just see how this hill has appeared in person and bestowed mercy upon all of us." The Govardhan hill assuming any form he wishes, he will kill any residents of the forest who neglected him. Therefore, let us pay our obeisances to him for the safety of ourselves and our cow. Text 38. The member of the cowherd community, having thus been inspired by Lord Vasudeva to properly execute the sacrifices to Govardhan Hill, the cows and the brahmanas returned with Lord Krishna to the village Vraj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Kirtan Das Prabhuji. Please accept our humble obeisances. All go to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Prabhuji, please take over the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Let me offer my prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशितारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता वासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कुंकरोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घय यत्गिरि यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Radha Mataji, Srimati Radha Mataji, and and thank you so much, Sunanand Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity. And thank you, everyone, for joining this call and giving me this opportunity to speak. So, in this chapter, we have already had two sessions where we have seen Krishna was inquiring humbly with all the Vrajvasi why we are doing this sacrifice, for whose benefit, and where we are offering all these offerings, for whose pleasure. And then Krishna has so inquired humbly with the Nanda Maharaj and all the elderly Gopas. And then Krishna wanted to know, and he has given a lot of clever statement in the previous section, what we heard. Like he is saying, so that Nanda Maharaj take him seriously because he's a 7-year-old boy. So he wanted to make sure that all the elderly Gopas, Nanda Maharaj will take him seriously. So he wanted to hear in the good faith. And he's saying, like, you are a Nanda Maharaj, you are a saintly person, and you should not hide anything from your close one. And I'm your close one, Baba. You should tell me. I wanted to know why we are doing this sacrifice. What is the benefit of it? For whose happiness we are doing this? And that's how Krishna is trying to know what is happening. Even though Krishna knows everything, that Nanda Baba and all these cowherd community is doing this for the benefit, uh, for the service of Indra. They were doing this sacrifice, but still he wanted to hear from them. And then Krishna has given the all the karma centric philosophy, that rain happened because of the mode of material nature, because of the mode of passion the rain happened. And Indra is just a designation, and he has to perform his duty. And if someone is gonna the sorrow, happiness, fear, anything happen in anyone's life is just because of the result of someone's actions, karma's actions, result of the action. So then if there is a result is positive for in someone's life, then Indra cannot alter that. So why we need to worship Indra? And that's a Indra's responsibility to shower a rain, because Indra is not giving rain to us. Indra is giving the rain to the ocean also. Indra is giving rain to the river also. So they are not also offering any kind of sacrifice. So why we need to offer? That's a Indra's responsibility. And then that's how Krishna is changing their mindset. He is giving a lot of arguments, a lot of thought process, a lot of reasoning why we should not do this. And then in the last section, in the last few verses, Krishna is saying, as part of the Varna, we belongs to the Vaishya Varna, and Vaishya has certain responsibility, and out of which cow protection is what we are doing the most. So we need to protect our cow. We need to glorify the cow. We need to glorify the Brahmana, and we need to glorify Brahmana, glorify cows, and glorify the Govardhan hill. We need to offer all these offering to the Govardhan hill. So whatever you guys have prepared, like all the sweet preparation, all the cold preparation, we should offer this to the Govardhan hill, and Brahmana is a cow. So that is what we heard. And now in today's section, we will heard like how Krishna is giving the instruction to all the Vrajvasi from text 27 to 38, the process of Govardhan Puja, the first Govardhan Puja, what Vrajvasi is going to perform under the instruction of Krishna. So the first few verses talk about how to do the Govardhan worship, then acceptance of Govardhan Puja by the Vrajvasi, and then their execution of Govardhan Puja. And then we'll see in the later verses like Krishna's majestic act, how he took a gigantic form to reciprocate the love with the Vrajvasi by accepting all these offerings. Annakuta, all the Annakuta he will accept. And then we'll hear the conclusion. It will give the lot of pleasure to the Vrajvasi. Okay, so we'll start from the verse. Let me share my screen maybe quickly. Just give me a minute. Okay. Uh, mhm. Uh, Please do let me know, Mataji, if you can see my screen. My screen is visible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So in the text 27, what we are seeing now, Krishna is talking like how to worship, how to serve the Brahmanas. So now Krishna is saying Brahmana who are learned in the Vedic mantra must properly invoke the sacrificial fires. Then you should feed the priest with the nicely prepared food and reward them with the cows and other gifts. So here um, Krishna is giving the mantra of serving the Vaishnavas, serving the Vaishnavas, the Vaishnava who are not ordinary Brahmana, the Vaishnava who are realized soul. And then Krishna is also telling that once we feed them, once they invoke the sacrificial fire, then we should feed them. And after feeding them with a nice preparation food, we need to do the charity. So Krishna is highlighting few principles here, like serving the Brahmana, and the second principle is how to do the charity. Once we do yesterday also from the Vrindavan Vijay Prabhu, we heard like once we do the charity, it gives the detachment in our heart. Because lot of time in this material world, we become the proprietor, false proprietor of things, what we earn. We think, okay, because I'm earning, this is my money. I, me, and my aham mameti. But when we start charity, even though we did not land into the bhakti process, but if we start doing the charity, it will give the detachment and it purify our heart. So Krishna is teaching us how to serve the Brahmana. We should serve the Brahmana. We should serve the Vaishnava. We should do the charity so that it can purify our heart. So now Krishna is not talking about any Brahmana, he's talking about realized soul. First, they need to invoke the sacrificial fire. We need to feed the priest, and then we need to give them the gift, like cow or other gift, whatever they like. And then Srila Siddharth Swami talk about here that Krishna instructed his father and other resident of Vrindavan in the technical detail of Vedic sacrifice to assure the quality of the sacrifice and also to inspire the Nanda and other with the faith in the concept of such sacrifice. So any festival what we perform is only successful when the community is fed. That's why community is fed and cows are being honored, because cows are very dear to the Krishna, and if cows are honored, Krishna will be pleased. And the community has to be fed. That's why you remember, like we saw, like how our founder Acharya Prabhupada has make sure that around the 10 to 15 miles of any ISKCON temple, everyone will be fed by the food truck or Sunday prasadam. That's how these prasadam facility has started by the Prabhupada, because that's a desire of Krishna, that he doesn't want to see anyone hungry. And then Krishna is not anti-ritualistic here, if you think. He's not anti-ritualistic because he's not saying just do the fire sacrifice. What he's trying to say, fire sacrifice has to be performed by the qualified Vaishnava, Brahmana, who is self-realized. So in the Kali Yuga, I don't have a qualified Brahmana. That's why uh, Gauranga Mahaprabhu has given us a mantra chanting the holy name. The Sankirtan Yagna is the only process through which we can purify our heart in the Kali Yuga. So in text 28, now let's talk about after giving the appropriate food to everyone. Now what Krishna is saying, including the fallen soul, dog and dog eaters. So he's not saying like, so now Krishna is showing the compassion here. Krishna is saying we should feed the dog, chandalas, dog eaters, everyone. And then we should feed the cow with the green grass and then present the respectful offering to the Govardhan hill. So this is the process what Krishna is telling, instructing to all the Vrajavasis how to worship the Govardhan Puja. So here Krishna is glorifying the prasadam, culture of prasadam, and also the compassion. Because Krishna is showing the compassion, he's saying we need to feed all the community, not like we should feed only Brahmanas. He's saying after feeding the Brahmana, after giving the charity to the Brahmana, sacrifice can only be completed when we will be compassionate. We will able to serve the other community member, even the chandalas and the lower member of the community, like dog eaters, dog animals. Because by distributing, by feeding the prasadam to the outcaster, it can evolve their consciousness. Because Krishna and Krishna prasadam is non-different. If we are feeding the prasadam to someone, then we are giving Krishna to them. And when they will honor that prasadam, it will purify their heart, because it will evolve their consciousness. Their growth in the Krishna consciousness in the spiritual life, their spiritual life will fast track. So that's why, and we have a Go Brahmane Hitaya Cha, Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah. So for Krishna, Brahman and cow are very dear. And Krishna is inspiring all the Rajvasi, we should honor the cow. After feeding whole community, we need to feed the cow also with the green grass. And then we need to give the offering to the Govardhan hill. So Krishna is here in this case, what we can see, Krishna is trying to reform the heart of the Vrajavasi. Even though Vrajavasi are the pure devotee, but with this instruction, he's trying to reform the heart of all the devotee in future who are gonna read the Srimad Bhagavatam. So he can bring all the Vrajavasi closer to him. And then text 29 talk about after everyone has eaten to his satisfaction, now you should all dress and decorate yourself handsomely, smear your body with the sandalwood paste, and then circumambulate the cows and Brahmana and sacrificial fire and Govardhan hill. So now Krishna is saying, first thing, eat. So he's saying, now when you feed all the people, feed the cow, feed the chandalas, now what you need to do, you need to feed yourself. Because eating to the full satisfaction, Krishna is highlighting here. Because if the stomach is empty, we may not able to focus on the Krishna, correct? Maybe the people mind, because if we are not elevated, our mind will sit on our stomach if our stomach is empty. So Krishna is saying we need to eat to full of our satisfaction. And once we are satisfied in our heart with the Krishna Prasadam, it will purify our mind. It will spiritualize our consciousness. And that is the secret weapon what Srila Prabhupada has used when he was spreading this Krishna conscious movement in the America. He feed each and everyone, give the Krishna. He gave Krishna in the medium of Prasadam and purify their heart and transform their life. And the second principle, what we can heard from here, like we need to, all the Vrajvasi need to decorate their body with the garment. So, su vashashaha, if you look, wearing the fine garment, we need to use the fine garment, and su alankrataha, handsomely adorned. So, what Krishna is saying, we understand, like we are not this body, we are a spirit soul. And what this body is provided by the Krishna as an instrument so that we can serve Krishna. So we consider, as a Vaishnava community, we consider this body as a temple. Whenever there is any great grand festival in our temple, what we do, we decorate the temple. We decorate the temple with the flowers. We have a decoration team. We spend many hours in decorating the temple. For what? For pleasure of Krishna. Similarly, as a Vaishnava, this body given by the Krishna is a temple to us. And what we need to do, we need to decorate our body with the tilaka. We need to decorate our body, and we need to use the fine, we need to wear the fine garments and fine jewelries for the pleasure of Krishna. In the material world also, people wear very costly clothes, but they try to satisfy their own false ego. But what Vaishnava does, in any festival, Vaishnava decorate themselves, do the tilak mark in their whole body, and then fine garment, they wear fine garment, fine jewelry. Definitely they wear for the pleasure of the Krishna's satisfaction, for the pleasure of the eyes of Krishna, so that they can please Krishna. That is a service for a devotee to please Krishna. Now, in the next verse, text 30, now Krishna is telling, my dear father, you can carry this order if it appeals to you. If it appeals to you means now Krishna is not forcing the Vrajvasi that you need to follow this instruction of Govardhan Pujan. No, he is still letting the Vrajvasi enjoy their free will. He's saying very politely, you may carry it out if it appeals to you, my dad. So he is not forcing. So Krishna has given us, all of us, a free will. A few years back, someone asked me that question, and it was very new for me. That question, like, why Krishna has created this material world? What is the reason why Krishna has created this complicated process of bhakti? Why he can't transform our heart with a quick blink of our eyes, and it will be, and then bring us back home, back to God? And I could not answer at that time, but now I learned. After that, what I realized, after discussing with many gurus and shiksha gurus and mentors, little, Krishna always respect individual free will. He doesn't force anyone to be Krishna consciousness. Krishna is a bhavagrahi Janardana. He respect the intent. He look at the intent. He doesn't look what you offer. He look at the intent. Like, think about in a materialistic point of view, it's a boy or a girl. Boy love a girl, but girl respect the boy, but she may not love the boy. But boy, if he force the girl to love her or marry him, she may marry him because out of the circumstances, and she may pretend to love, but that's not the actual love. So that will not sustain. So that's why Krishna is not forcing anyone to perform anything to be the bhakta of Krishna. Krishna has given many process to elevate the consciousness. Yesterday we see the progressive level of bhakti. So, but the main thing is Krishna respect the free will. And out of free will, if if our heart inspires us to serve the Krishna, Krishna is looking for that. Krishna doesn't want anything. Krishna looking for the love of the devotee. So now Krishna is saying in the last section, last line here, and this kind of sacrifice is very dear to the cows, Brahmana, and Govardhan Hill, and also to me. Now Krishna is saying because it honors the cow and Brahmana and Govardhan Hill. So Govardhan Hill is a pure devotee of Krishna, and cow and Brahmana are very dear to Krishna because it will honor the cow, it will honor the Brahmana, and it will also glorify the Govardhan Hill. That is why it is dear to me as well. So if it's a normal philosophy, if you want to please someone, what you will do, you would like to offer them the gift what they like. You're not gonna give them the gift what they don't like. So definitely, if you want to please someone and if you know about their liking, what they like and dislike, you will want to offer the gift what they like. So that's why Krishna is telling Nand Maharaj, oh my dear father, if it appeals to you, if you like, please, you can carry this, sacrificial ceremony because it is very dear to me. In text 31, now Krishna is saying, like here, Sukadeva Goswami is saying that Krishna is a powerful eternal time. Krishna is a Kala Chakra. Krishna can destroy anyone. Krishna is a creator, maintainer, and destroyer. And here, Krishna is want to do two purpose with this whole Leela. What Krishna is trying to do, he want to glorify his devotee, Govardhan Hill, and he want to honor the cow and Brahmana at the same time. Along with that, he want to purify his one of the devotee, his Indra. Because Indra was puffed up because of his position, he has a false pride in his heart, and he want to purify the Indra. So that is the two purpose he is trying to do. That's why he has given all this karmic philosophy so that he can purify his devotee Indra, because Indra was struggling and he was intoxicated. So in the text 32, 33, what we see now, the cowherd community uh, did the Madhusudan. So now in this execution phase, so cowherd community perform all the process what Krishna has mentioned in the same order, starting feeding the Brahmana and circumambulating to the Govardhan hill. So we should understand one thing, that this community, the cowherd community, all the Vrajvasi did not follow the order of Krishna because they understood all the technical aspect of it. Why did follow the order of the Krishna? Because they want to please Krishna, because they love Krishna, they respect Krishna, and they want to serve Krishna. That is the reason these simple-hearted Vrajvasi perform all this activity under the instruction of Krishna. So they are simple-hearted. I was hearing a lecture yesterday, and I was hearing of the life of the Sanatan Goswami. So Sanatan Goswami used to do the Govardhan, long Govardhan parikrama daily in his daily routine. And while doing the parikrama, what he used to do, he talked to all the Vrajvasi to discuss their problem while doing the parikrama, and then complete his parikrama whole day. And he would discuss their life challenging problems, whether there are any challenges in their crops, or whether their daughter got married, they got so all kind of problems. So one materialistic may think from the outside, oh, what Sanatan Goswami is, Sripad Sanatan Goswami is doing, he's discussing all the material topic while doing the Govardhan Parikrama. But the Goswamis, Raghunath Das Goswami has given a thought here. He said, it's far better to discuss the problem with the Vrajavasi while discussing the Krishna Katha with the Dwarkavasi. Because when we discuss the problem, their life problem with the Vrajavasi while doing the Govardhan Parikrama, what we will learn their problem, we will learn their heart. We will discuss, because any Vrajavasi, when they start talking, they start their talk with the Radhe Radhe, and then they end their talk with the Radhe Radhe. And then during their conversation, lot of time they will glorify the Krishna. So because these simple-hearted Vrajavasi love Krishna, and so when we talk with the Vrajavasi, it purifies the heart. It purifies the consciousness of the person who is doing the Govardhan Parikrama. So, and that's why Vrajavasi used to call Sanatan Goswami a Sanatan Guru. Because of that, because Sanatan Goswami was very much attached to the Vrajavasi, and he heard their problem and tried to solve their problem. So that's why what I'm trying to say by this story, the Vrajvasi's heart were very simple, that they immediately accept whatever Krishna is telling without even thinking about it, without even doubting about it. In the text 34, now cowherd ladies was also riding on the wagon drawn by the oxen, and then they were, while doing their journey, they were not focused on their journey, but they were chanting the glory of Krishna. Why, like how Krishna killed the Putna, how Krishna killed the Sakatasura and many other demons. Why? So that they were rebuilding they're increasing their faith on Krishna's ability, that Krishna, if it comes, that Krishna can protect us from the Indra's anger. So that's what cowherd ladies were glorifying the Krishna during their journey. So now in the text 35, now Krishna assumed the huge gigantic form and accept the Annakuta, all the offerings what Brajvasi has given. He accept the offering and declared that I am the Govardhan mountain, and he ate all the offering. So in this verse, what we can see, like Krishna, because Krishna has instructed everyone, now to solidify the faith of the cowherd community, Krishna assumed the form of Govinda, and he accepted all the offerings so that he can eat all the offering, and then he can show the reciprocation of love. So in this way, he's reciprocating the love. Whatever they're offering, he's accepting it. And then, because he mentioned earlier that whenever you offer, did Indra ever came to accept this offering? Did you ever see Indra? Because he did all kind of argument. Now he want to prove that so that they can believe in the Govardhan Hill. They can believe in this Govardhan Puja. They can respect the position of Govardhan Hill. That's why he took a form and he accept all the offering. And this in this way, we can also understand the Achinta Bheda Bheda Tattva. Because Krishna at one side, he is as a child form, he is offering the respect to the Govardhan. At the same time, he manifested himself in the Govardhan form and accepting the offering. So, so that is what we can understand. Achinta Bheda Bheda Tattva. In the text 36, now together with the people Raja, now Lord bestowed down to his this form of Govardhan Hill, does in effect offering obeisance to himself. Now, what Lord is trying to perform very hard to conceive act. Like now, Lord is at the same time he assumed the form of Govardhan, and also he is as a form of a child. He is giving the respect to the Govardhan hill along with all the Vrajavasi. And he is leading in that. Like he's trying to lead that, so that he's setting the example for all Vrajavasi how to respect the Govardhan. He just said just to see how this hill has appeared in person and bestowed the mercy upon us. So, if we'll talk more detail about Achinta Bheda Bheda, that Krishna is glorifying the divine form of Govardhan Hill and simultaneously oneness and difference. Because difference is because he's in two form, one a child form and one the Govardhan form, and oneness because both are same. Because it is a Krishna only who is taken the both the form. And it's an act of humility. Krishna is showing the act of humility. Now, Krishna, in the gigantic form, he's getting all the offering, he's accepting all the offering. So he's proving that their decision of accepting the philosophy what Krishna has given, the instruction, following the instruction of Krishna, is true. It's correct. There is no flaw in it because Govardhan is accepting the offering and Indra never accept the offering. So Indra worshipping was not correct, and whatever Krishna instructed, the Govardhan Puja is glorification of Govardhan Puja is stand out here. In the text 37, now Krishna is saying that Kamarupi. You see, Krishna is saying Kamarupi, the assuming that Govardhan Shila is not an ordinary Shila. It's not an ordinary stone. It can assume any form at any time with any will. And he's trying to say like if anyone will neglect the position of Govardhan and not offering the position, not offering the obeisances to Govardhan, then Govardhan can take the form of a snake or wild animal, and it can fall the stones from the top of the hill and it can kill anyone. So he's trying to say that we should never neglect the worship of Govardhan. Therefore, let us pray our obeisances to him, to the Govardhan, for the satisfy for ourselves and our cow. Because Krishna also mentioned like the Govardhan hill not only give the Govardhan give everything, because there are a lot of trees in the Govardhan which give us the juicy fruits, and then it gives the grass to the cows, and then when cows are fed with the green grass, then cows are able to give us the milk to us. So Govardhan, he glorified the Govardhan anyway by many ways. In the text 38, now, so now member of cowherd community being inspired by the Lord Vasudeva to properly execute the sacrifice of Govardhan Hill, cow and Brahmana, and they were fully satisfied, and then they returned to their own villages along with the Lord Krishna. So what we can understand, there are many lessons what we can learn. First lesson, what Krishna is highlighting here, that worship of the Supreme. We should never worship the agent of the Lord like a demigod worship. We should worship the Supreme. As Prabhupada has mentioned many times, that we should water the root rather than watering the each and every branch and twigs of the tree. And then second thing, Krishna is highlighting the Govardhan. Krishna is highlighting the value of Govardhan Puja. He's highlighting glorifying his topmost devotee. He's also highlighting the honoring of cows and honoring of the realized soul, realized Brahmana. So in this way, he has, under the instruction of Krishna, Brajvasi performed the first time the Govardhan Puja, and that's what we are following. He has also indicated like the significance of Govardhan Puja. Nowadays, like under the instruction of Guru Maharaj and the permission of Guru Maharaj, like all the devotees get the Govardhan hill and then they worship the Govardhan hill in their home or in the temple as a deity form. So that is how, because Krishna assumed the Govardhan hill form. That is our Govardhan hill is none other than Krishna itself. So Vaishnava, all Vaishnava community treat Govardhan hill just like a Krishna's deity, and then they worship. So I would like to pause here, respecting the time. Thank you so much. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Vanchakalpa Tiruvriksha Kripa Sindhu Devicha Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnebhyo Namo Namah. Please forgive me if I make any mistake as your humble servant. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.